In the chaos and noise of our modern lives, mornings offer a rare opportunity, a chance to set the tone for the day and reflect on the deeper truths of existence. The ancient philosophy of Stoicism, practiced by thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, provides us with a timeless guide for these moments. It's a philosophy that emphasizes control over our reactions, living in harmony with nature, and cultivating inner peace, even amidst adversity. As you rise each morning, how do you feel? Is it with a sense of gratitude for the day ahead, or with dread for the challenges you'll face? The answer to that question can shape the entire course of your day and your life. In this video, we will explore 8 practices rooted in Stoicism that can help you start your mornings with purpose, resilience, and a sense of calm. These practices are not simply tasks to check off a list. They are tools to cultivate inner strength and guide you toward a life of virtue and wisdom. Before we dive into these practices, I encourage you to watch this video until the end. Each section builds on the last, helping you form a complete morning routine that aligns with Stoic principles. If you find this helpful, consider subscribing to the channel and feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. Now, let's embark on this journey of self-reflection and growth. 1. Reflect on the transient nature of life. Every morning, the Stoics encourage us to take a step back and reflect on the transient nature of life. Why is this important? The Stoic belief that all things are temporary, including ourselves, can drastically shift the way we perceive the world and our place in it. It reminds us that everything we encounter is fleeting and thus precious. Consider the vastness of the universe for a moment. Picture stars being born, shining brilliantly for millions of years, and eventually fading into darkness. Civilizations rise and fall, mountains crumble, rivers change their course. In this grand, ever-changing dance of time, your own life is but a small moment, a blink in the cosmic scale. Does this thought make you feel insignificant? Or does it inspire you to live more fully, knowing that your time here is short? The purpose of this reflection is not to diminish your importance, but to deepen your appreciation for the life you have. When you realize how temporary everything is, you begin to focus on what truly matters. You stop being consumed by petty distractions or trivial conflicts. Suddenly, the small annoyances and frustrations that once dominated your mind seem inconsequential. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." This is the mindset the Stoics cultivate, a constant awareness of our mortality, not to fear it, but to embrace it. How many mornings have you spent worrying about things that, in the grand scheme of life, don't really matter? What if, instead, you spent your mornings appreciating the present moment with all its beauty and brevity? Practical application. To incorporate this reflection into your morning routine, find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and visualize the universe, the stars, the galaxies, the earth spinning in the void. Then, bring your focus to your own life. Think about how fleeting your existence is. This isn't a morbid exercise. It's a reminder to live each day fully. Imagine the people you care about and the experiences you cherish. What can you do today to make the most of the time you have with them? How can you live more meaningfully, knowing that everything is temporary? Reflect on these questions. How can acknowledging the transient nature of life shape your priorities? What trivial matters can you let go of today in order to focus on what truly matters? How does this awareness bring you closer to the core teachings of Stoicism, where we learn to appreciate the present moment and cultivate gratitude? By making this reflection a daily habit, You align yourself with the Stoic practice of memento mori, remembering death, not to fear it, but to remind yourself to live fully and virtuously in the present. 2. Journal your thoughts. Journaling, as practiced by Marcus Aurelius in his famous Meditations, is one of the most profound and personal ways to cultivate Stoic wisdom. But why should you journal in the morning? What is it about writing your thoughts at the start of the day that can have such a transformative effect? Journaling is an intimate conversation with yourself. It's a space where you can articulate your thoughts, explore your emotions, and reflect on your actions, all without judgment. In the quiet of the morning, before the day's distractions begin to pull you in different directions, journaling allows you to clear your mind and set the tone for the day ahead. Marcus Aurelius used his journal as a tool for introspection, to remind himself of Stoic principles and to better understand his thoughts and actions. He wasn't writing for anyone else. His journal was a mirror reflecting his inner world. In the same way, your journal can serve as a space for self-exploration. What thoughts occupy your mind when you wake up? Are they peaceful or filled with anxiety? What emotions linger from the previous day, and how might they affect your actions today? Practical application. Start each morning by writing down whatever comes to mind. Don't worry about whether it makes sense or is well structured. This is your space to let your thoughts flow freely. You might begin by reflecting on your dreams, recounting moments from the previous day, or expressing any lingering emotions. As you write, you may notice patterns emerging, recurring thoughts or concerns that can offer insights into your mental state. After this initial mental dump, shift your focus to gratitude. List 3 things you are genuinely thankful for. They don't have to be grand or life-changing. They can be as simple as the warmth of your blanket or the fact that you woke up healthy. This practice of gratitude is deeply rooted in Stoicism, as it encourages you to appreciate what you have rather than constantly longing for what you don't. Then, turn your attention to self-reflection. Consider a Stoic principle that resonates with you, or reflect on a personal challenge. Ask yourself questions like, am I living in alignment with my values? Where did I act out of impulse rather than reason yesterday? What can I do today to live more virtuously? This process of reflection isn't about criticizing yourself or dwelling on past mistakes. It's about cultivating self-awareness and growth. By journaling in this way, you create a space to examine your thoughts, understand your emotions, and set intentions for how you want to navigate the day ahead. What's powerful about this practice is its ability to ground you in the present moment. In the act of writing, you're forced to slow down and reflect, rather than simply reacting to life's demands. You're taking control of your thoughts and emotions, rather than allowing them to control you. This aligns perfectly with the Stoic belief that our inner world is the only thing we can truly control. So, why not begin each day by mastering your mind? 3. Set daily intentions, not goals. The Stoics emphasized the importance of focusing on what we can control, and this is particularly relevant when it comes to setting intentions versus goals. Goals are often tied to outcomes, which are external and not entirely within our control. On the other hand, intentions are rooted in the present moment and focus on how we approach the day, regardless of the outcome. Setting daily intentions is about deciding who you want to be today, not just what you want to accomplish. What kind of person do you aspire to be in your interactions with others? How can you embody the Stoic virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance? These are questions that go beyond the completion of tasks or the achievement of milestones. Imagine starting your morning by asking yourself, who do I intend to be today? This is a powerful question because it shifts your focus away from external results and brings it back to your character and behavior, which are within your control. Practical application. After journaling, spend a few moments reflecting on the kind of day you wish to have. Write down a simple intention based on the Stoic virtues. For example, today, I will be patient and present in all my interactions. I will approach challenges with courage and resilience. I will practice gratitude and focus on what I can control. These intentions serve as a moral compass, guiding your actions and decisions throughout the day. Unlike goals, which can sometimes feel overwhelming or unattainable, intentions are grounded in the present moment. They remind you of the kind of person you want to be, regardless of external circumstances. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." By setting daily intentions, you are taking control of your reactions, ensuring that your behavior aligns with your values. This is the essence of Stoicism, the belief that true happiness and fulfillment come from living virtuously and responding wisely to whatever life throws your way. Have you ever set a goal only to feel frustrated or disappointed when circumstances beyond your control prevented you from achieving it? How did it affect your mood or sense of self-worth? Now, imagine focusing instead on how you handle those setbacks, on remaining calm, patient, and resilient in the face of challenges. How does that change the way you view your day? By shifting your focus from external goals to internal intentions, you not only reduce the anxiety and pressure that comes with goal setting, but also cultivate a deeper sense of inner peace and fulfillment. This is one of the core lessons of Stoicism, that while we cannot control what happens around us, we can control how we choose to respond. 4. Embrace discomfort. In our modern world, comfort is not only available, it's expected. We live in a time where convenience is often seen as a marker of progress, where the smallest discomfort is something to be avoided. Yet the Stoics, in their profound wisdom, recognize that the pursuit of comfort could be a hindrance to personal growth and resilience. They understood that true strength comes not from the absence of challenges, but from our ability to face them head-on. One of the key teachings of Stoicism is that we should deliberately practice enduring discomfort to fortify our spirit. The Stoic philosopher Seneca famously advised setting aside a certain number of days to be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare and with rough, uncomfortable clothing. Why would someone intentionally introduce discomfort into their life? Isn't the goal to live as comfortably as possible? The Stoic answer to this is simple. Discomfort teaches us to be self-reliant. It helps us understand that our happiness does not depend on external luxuries or the absence of hardship. In fact, by embracing discomfort in small, controlled ways, we build the mental resilience necessary to withstand life's inevitable adversities. What are you avoiding in your life right now because it feels uncomfortable? And how would your perspective change if you embraced that discomfort rather than running from it? Practical application. Each morning, find a small way to introduce discomfort into your routine. This doesn't mean you should seek out suffering, but rather practice small acts that challenge you and help you develop your inner strength. You might start by taking a cold shower. At first, the cold water will shock your system, and your instinct will be to turn it off and return to warmth. But if you can remain calm and present in that moment of discomfort, you will realize that you are in control of your reaction. The cold water cannot harm you. It is your mind that perceives it as something to fear. By embracing it, you train your mind to withstand discomfort and recognize that your peace does not depend on external conditions. Another example could be to go without that morning coffee or choose a harder, more inconvenient path to work, like walking instead of driving. In each of these small practices, the aim is not to punish yourself, but to remind yourself that you don't need comfort to feel content. Your happiness, your strength, comes from within. Reflect on these questions. What discomfort are you currently avoiding? And how could facing it help you grow? How can small acts of discomfort in your morning routine prepare you for the larger challenges of life? What would happen if you no longer depended on external comfort for your sense of well-being? By incorporating discomfort into your routine, you develop resilience. You train your mind and body to be comfortable with the uncomfortable, so when true hardship arises, you are not shaken by it. This practice is at the heart of Stoicism, learning to thrive, not just survive, in the face of life's difficulties. 5. Practice mindfulness and meditation. Stoicism, though rooted in ancient Greece and Rome, shares much in common with the Eastern traditions of mindfulness and meditation. At its core, Stoicism is about cultivating awareness of our thoughts, our emotions, and the world around us. The Stoics believed that much of human suffering arises from our failure to live in the present moment. We either dwell on the past, replaying old regrets and mistakes, or we anxiously anticipate the future, worrying about things beyond our control. Epictetus, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers, reminded us that men are disturbed not by things, but by the views which they take of them. This statement encapsulates the Stoic belief that it is not events themselves that cause us distress, but our perceptions and judgments about them. How many times have you found yourself spiraling into anxiety or frustration, not because of what happened, but because of how you interpreted the event? How much of your stress is self-imposed, created by a mind that is out of alignment with the present moment? Mindfulness, as practiced in Stoicism, is about reclaiming control over your perceptions and grounding yourself in the present. It's about learning to observe your thoughts and emotions without becoming consumed by them. What if, instead of reacting impulsively to the challenges you face, you learn to step back, observe your emotions, and choose your response with clarity and wisdom? Practical application. Begin your morning with a dedicated mindfulness practice. Find a quiet spot where you can sit comfortably, close your eyes, and bring your attention to your breath. Focus on the sensation of air entering and leaving your body. This simple act of breathing becomes an anchor for your mind, pulling you back into the present moment. As you breathe, you may notice your mind beginning to wander. Thoughts about the day ahead, worries from the past, and various distractions will inevitably arise. When they do, simply observe them without judgment. Imagine your thoughts as leaves floating down a stream. Acknowledge them, but don't grasp onto them. Let them pass. This practice trains your mind to remain calm and centered, even in the face of mental clutter. After a few minutes of mindful breathing, expand your awareness to the sensations in your body. Feel the weight of your body against the chair, the temperature of the room, the feeling of your clothes on your skin. Recognize these sensations for what they are: neutral experiences that do not require any narrative or emotional attachment. Finally, turn your attention to your thoughts and emotions. What thoughts are passing through your mind right now? What emotions are present in your body? Again, Observe these without judgment or attachment. You are not your thoughts. You are the observer of your thoughts. This detachment allows you to cultivate the Stoic practice of distinguishing between what is within your control, your thoughts and reactions, and what is not, external events. Reflect on these questions. How much of your mental suffering is caused by living outside the present moment? How would your life change if you could observe your emotions without being consumed by them? What would happen if you could separate your thoughts from your sense of self and choose your responses with wisdom? By practicing mindfulness each morning, you create a foundation of calm and clarity that will serve you throughout the day. You train your mind to be present, to let go of unhelpful thoughts, and to focus on what you can control. This is a powerful Stoic exercise that helps you cultivate inner peace and resilience, no matter what challenges the day may bring. 6. Revisit Stoic teachings. Stoicism offers a timeless compass for navigating life's complexities with grace, resilience, and wisdom. The wisdom encapsulated in the writings of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, and other Stoic philosophers is as relevant today as it was 2,000 years ago. But the teachings of Stoicism are not simply meant to be read and forgotten. They are practical, actionable principles that should be revisited regularly, applied to our daily lives, and internalized. What would happen if, every morning, you began your day by immersing yourself in the wisdom of the Stoic philosophers? How would your perspective change if you carried their teachings with you throughout the day? Revisiting Stoic principles isn't just about intellectual understanding. It's about embodying these teachings in your actions, decisions, and relationships. Practical application. Each morning, spend a few minutes reading or reflecting on a passage from Stoic literature. This could be from Marcus Aurelius's Meditations, Seneca's Letters, or Epictetus's Discourses. Rather than reading large sections at once, focus on a single passage. Take the time to reflect deeply on its meaning and relevance to your life. For example, you might randomly open Meditations to a passage where Marcus Aurelius writes, "The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it." How does this apply to your current situation? What changes are you experiencing in your life, and how are your thoughts shaping your experience of those changes? After reading, spend a few moments journaling your reflections. How does the Stoic teaching resonate with you? What lessons can you apply today? This act of reflection helps you internalize the wisdom and prepare to live it throughout the day. Reflect on these questions. How can revisiting Stoic teachings each morning help you navigate the challenges of the day with greater wisdom? What passage resonates with you today, and how can you apply it in a practical way? How would your perspective change if you viewed every day as an opportunity to live out Stoic principles? By revisiting Stoic teachings each morning, you ground yourself in timeless wisdom that can guide your actions and decisions. Stoicism is not just a philosophy of thought, it's a philosophy of action. The more you internalize its principles, the more you will embody them in your daily life. 7. Set daily intentions, not goals. In our fast-paced society, we often focus on setting goals, achievements that are tied to external results. While goals can be helpful, they often leave us at the mercy of outcomes we can't entirely control. Stoicism teaches us to focus instead on what we can control: our thoughts, our actions, and our character. This is where daily intentions come in. Setting daily intentions is about deciding how you want to approach the day, rather than what you want to achieve. It's about focusing on your character, your values, and the way you respond to situations, regardless of the outcome. This shift in perspective is central to Stoic wisdom. How often do we feel disappointed or frustrated because our goals weren't achieved despite our best efforts? How much stress is caused by focusing on things outside of our control? Practical application. After reflecting and journaling, spend a few moments setting an intention for the day. This intention should be rooted in Stoic virtues such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Rather than focusing on what you need to accomplish, focus on the kind of person you want to be. For example, you might set the following intentions. Today, I will approach each challenge with patience and resilience. I will remain calm and present even in the face of frustration. I will focus on what I can control and let go of what I cannot. By setting these intentions, you are guiding your behavior throughout the day. You are not fixating on external results, which are beyond your control, but on your inner character, which you can cultivate. Reflect on these questions. How can setting daily intentions change the way you approach the challenges of the day? What intention can you set today that aligns with Stoic virtues? How does this practice help you focus on what you can control rather than what you cannot? Setting daily intentions aligns perfectly with the core of Stoicism, where the focus is always on how we respond to life's events, not the events themselves. By shifting your focus from external goals to internal intentions, you cultivate a sense of calm and purpose, knowing that you are living in alignment with your values. 8. Practice Amor Fati. Finally, we arrive at one of the most beautiful and liberating principles of Stoicism, Amor Fati, or the love of fate. This concept teaches us not only to accept whatever happens, but to embrace it wholeheartedly, believing that everything that occurs is for our growth and benefit. How many times have you found yourself resisting reality, wishing that circumstances were different, and how much suffering has that resistance caused? The Stoics understood that we cannot control the external events of our lives. We can only control how we respond to them. Amor Fati is about loving everything that happens, not just accepting it. It's about seeing every event, whether joyful or painful, as an essential part of our journey. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This is the essence of Amor Fati. Whatever obstacles or challenges arise, they are not roadblocks, they are stepping stones. They are opportunities for growth, for cultivating resilience, and for living in alignment with nature. Practical application. Each morning, as you prepare for the day ahead, take a few moments to reflect on the challenges you might face. Rather than dreading them, practice Amor Fati. Visualize those challenges as opportunities for growth. How can you use each difficulty as a chance to strengthen your character? How can you practice patience, courage, or wisdom in the face of adversity? Reflect on these questions. What challenges are you currently facing, and how can you embrace them with Amor Fati? How can loving your fate change your perspective on adversity? What would happen if you no longer resisted reality, but embraced everything as an opportunity for growth? By practicing Amor Fati, you free yourself from the suffering caused by resistance and cultivate a deep sense of peace and acceptance. You begin to see every event, whether joyful or painful, as an essential part of your journey, and you embrace it with love. Incorporating these 8 Stoic practices into your morning routine will transform not only your mornings, but your entire approach to life. By reflecting on the transient nature of life, journaling your thoughts, setting daily intentions, embracing discomfort, practicing mindfulness, revisiting Stoic teachings, and practicing Amor Fati, you align yourself with the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. I encourage you to try these practices and share your experiences in the comments below. How has Stoicism changed your perspective on life? What challenges have you faced? And how have these practices helped you navigate them with greater resilience and calm? I look forward to hearing your thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more content on Stoic philosophy. Share this video with others who might benefit from these teachings. Thank you for watching, and may you continue to embrace life with wisdom, courage, and peace.